Okay, we're still on the Mueller Report. This is my third segment. It's going to be pages 5 and 6 of part 2 of the Mueller Report, okay? We're going on with the issues, all right? The next issue, efforts to curtail the special counsel's investigation. 2 days after directing McGahn to have the special counsel removed, the president made another attempt to affect the course of the Russia investigation. On June 19, 2017, the president met one-on-one in the Oval Office with his former campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, a trusted advisor outside the government, and dictated a message for Lewandowski to deliver to Sessions. The message said that Sessions should publicly announce that notwithstanding his recusal from the Russia investigation, the investigation was, quote, very unfair, unquote, to the president. The president had done nothing wrong, and Sessions planned to meet with the special counsel and, quote, let him move forward with investigating election meddling for future elections, unquote. Lewandowski said he understood what the president wanted Sessions to do. 1 month later, in another private meeting with Lewandowski on July 19, 2017, the president asked about the status of his message for Sessions to limit the special counsel investigation to future election interference. Lewandowski told the president that the message would be delivered soon. Hours after that meeting, the president publicly criticized Sessions in an interview with the New York Times and then issued a series of tweets making it clear that Sessions' job was in jeopardy. Lewandowski did not want to deliver the president's message personally, so he asked senior White House official Rick Dearborn to deliver it to Sessions. Dearborn was uncomfortable with the task and did not follow through. The number of times they just didn't do what he told them to do because they knew they were going to get in trouble. All right, next issue, efforts to prevent public disclosure of evidence. In the summer of 2017, the president learned that media outlets were asking questions about the June 19, 2016 meeting at Trump Tower between senior campaign officials, including Donald Trump Jr., and a Russian lawyer who was said to be offering damaging information about Hillary Clinton as, quote, part of Russia and its government's support for Mr. Trump, unquote. On several occasions, the president directed aides not to publicly disclose the emails setting up the June 9th meeting, suggesting that the emails would not leak and that the number of lawyers with access to them should be limited. Before the emails became public, the president edited a press statement for Trump Jr. by deleting a line that acknowledged that the meeting was with, quote, an individual who Trump Jr. was told might have information helpful to the campaign, unquote, and instead said only that the meeting was about adoption of Russian children. When the press asked questions about the president's involvement in Trump Jr.'s statement, the president's personal lawyer repeatedly denied the president had played any role. So there's a lawyer, didn't tell the truth. Next issue, further efforts to have the Attorney General take control of the investigation. In early summer 2017, the president called Sessions at home and asked him to reverse his recusal from the Russia investigation. It's unbelievable. Sessions did not reverse his recusal. In October 2017, the president met privately with Sessions in the Oval Office and asked him to, quote, take a look, unquote, at investigating Clinton. In December 2017, shortly after Flynn pleaded guilty pursuant to a cooperation agreement, the president met with Sessions in the Oval Office and suggested, according to notes taken by a senior advisor, that if Sessions unrecused and took back supervision of the Russia investigation, he would be a, quote, hero, unquote. The president told Sessions, quote, I'm not going to do anything or direct you to do anything. I just want to be treated fairly, unquote. In response, Sessions volunteered that he had never seen anything, quote, improper, unquote, on the campaign and told the president there was a, quote, whole new leadership team, unquote, in place. He did not unrecuse. Okay? All right, next issue. Efforts to have McGahn deny that the president had ordered him to have the special counsel removed, all right? In early 2018, the press reported that the president had directed McGahn to have the special counsel removed in June 2017 and that McGahn had threatened to resign rather than carry out the order. The president reacted to the news stories by directing White House officials to tell McGahn to dispute the story and create a record stating he had not been ordered to have the special counsel removed. Honestly, McGahn told those officials that the media reports were accurate in stating that the president had directed McGahn to have the special counsel removed. The president then met with McGahn in the Oval Office and again pressured him to deny the reports. In the same meeting, the president also asked McGahn why he had told the special counsel about the president's effort to remove the special counsel and why McGahn took notes of his conversations with the president. McGahn refused to back away from what he remembered happening and perceived the president to be testing his mettle. All right, next issue, conduct towards Flynn, Manafort, and redacted. After Flynn withdrew from a joint defense agreement with the president and began cooperating with the government, the president's personal counsel left a message for Flynn's attorneys reminding them of the president's warm feelings toward Flynn, which he said, quote, still remains, unquote, and asking for a, quote, heads up, unquote, if Flynn knew, quote, information that implicates the president, unquote. When Flynn's counsel reiterated that Flynn could no longer share information pursuant to a joint defense agreement, the president's personal counsel said he would make sure that the president knew that Flynn's actions reflected, quote, hostility, unquote, towards the president. During Manafort's prosecution and when the jury in his criminal trial was deliberating, the president praised Manafort in public, said that Manafort was being treated unfairly, and declined to rule out a pardon. After Manafort was convicted, the president called Manafort, quote, a brave man, unquote, for refusing to, quote, break, unquote, and said that, quote, flipping, unquote, quote, almost ought to be outlawed, unquote, and the rest is redacted for harm to an ongoing matter. Honest to goodness, honest to goodness. All right, next issue, conduct involving Michael Cohen. The president's conduct towards Michael Cohen, a former Trump Organization executive, changed from praise for Cohen when he falsely minimized the president's involvement in that Trump Tower Moscow project to castigation of Cohen when he became a cooperating witness. From September 2015 to June 2016, Cohen had pursued the Trump Tower Moscow project on behalf of the Trump Organization and had briefed then candidate Trump on the project numerous times, including discussing whether Trump should travel to Russia to advance the deal. In 2017, Cohen provided false testimony to Congress about the project, including stating that he had only briefed Trump on the project 3 times and never discussed travel to Russia with him in an effort to adhere to the, quote, party line, unquote, that Cohen said was developed to minimize the president's connections to Russia. While preparing for his congressional testimony, Cohen had extensive discussions with the president's personal counsel, who, according to Cohen, said that Cohen should, quote, stay on message, unquote, and not contradict the president. After the FBI searched Cohen's home and office in April 2018, the president publicly asserted that Cohen would not, quote, flip, unquote, contacting him directly to tell him to, quote, stay strong, unquote, and privately passed messages of support to him. Come on, if you did this you'd be in jail. Cohen also discussed pardons with the president's personal counsel and believed that if he stayed on message, he would be taken care of. I guess not. But after Cohen began cooperating with the government in the summer of 2018, the president publicly criticized him, called him a, quote, rat, unquote, and suggested that his family members had committed crimes. Okay, folks, that's the next 2 pages. I'll see you next time. Stay with me, folks. This is the Mueller Report. We got to know what's up. Thank you for watching.